Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm from amandacrochets.com, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful granny square. So granny squares, I feel like, have become a little bit more popular nowadays, and there's so many different ways that you can make them. There's so many different color options that you can make, and I just think it's a very simple and classic granny square. So let's begin on how to make the granny square with this tutorial. So for today's tutorial, you're going to need a size I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. As always, I'm using my favorite Clover or More. And just to practice with this granny square, I'm just going to be using some worsted weight yarn, and I'm going to be using I Love This yarn. So there are a few different ways that you can start the granny square. I'm just going to do it my way with the magic square or magic loop. You can also make a slip knot and chain up 3 if you like, or chain up 4 rather, and then slip stitch into that first chain to make a circle. But I'm just going to do this with the magic loop. And there's a few different ways to make the magic loop. This is just how I do it. I think it gives a little bit of a cleaner edge when you do the magic loop. Okay, so now you have your chain 3. So whether you do the magic loop or whether you do the chain 4 and then make it into a loop, you always want to chain up 3. And then that chain up 3 is going to count as your double crochet. So next you're going to do 2 double crochets. So to make a double crochet, you're going to do yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that loop, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and that is your first double crochet. So you're going to do that one more time, just like that. And that is going to count as 3 double crochets. So next you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to make 3 double crochets all inside that loop that you have. Now you might have to move your double crochets over a little bit just to get everything inside that loop, so just be aware of that. If you're doing that magic loop, you want to keep it a little bit bigger, just like this, just so you can kind of see where your stitches are at and everything like that. So then you have 3 more double crochets. So next you're going to chain 1, and you're going to make 3 more double crochets. This is going to be considered your third side of your granny square. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, to make that final portion of your granny square, you're going to chain 1 again, and you're going to make your final 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so to finish out this row, or this round, you're going to chain 1, and I like to get my tail and kind of pull everything together. And you're going to make a slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 from the beginning. So count up 3 chains, and then you would simply make a slip stitch. So then those chain 1s will become your corners. So right here and right here. So then what I like to do is I like to slip stitch over the next 2 double crochets, as well as in that corner stitch, and then I'm going to chain 3, and that again will count as your first double crochet, and you're going to make 2 double crochets into that corner. Okay, and then if you push your work over a little bit, then you're going to go ahead and chain one, or chain two, sorry, and then you're going to do yarn over, and you're going to do 3 more double crochets in that corner. So then your first corner will look something like this. Then you're going to chain one, yarn over, and you're going to work your next corner space. So your next corner is going to be 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 1 and 2, turn your work, and you're going to do 3 more double crochets all into that corner. Okay, now that you have your corner, you're going to chain one, and you're going to work your next corner. So again, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And you just want to take your time with this and make sure that you've gone into each of the corners, because if you don't, then it's not going to really look like a square. It's going to be a little lopsided. So you should always have 4 corners, of course, and just make sure you work in the corners properly so you don't forget your stitches. So then you chain 2, and then you're going to do 3 more double crochets into that corner. Okay, then chain 1, and you're at your last corner. So again, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, so then I do chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets. I'm sorry, 3 more double crochets all inside that corner. Okay, then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to find the top of that chain 3, and you're going to slip stitch into that stitch. And that completes row 2 of your granny square. So for round 3, you're going to again slip stitch in the next 2 double crochets, and in that corner space, and you're going to do chain 3, which again will count as your first double crochet, and then you're going to work your corner just like in the previous round. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then you're going to move that over a little bit. Then you're going to do chain 2, and you're going to work 3 more double crochets into that corner. Okay, then you're going to chain 1, and you actually have the first side of your granny square. So when you work your granny square, you're going to, each round is going to have 1 more of these sides. So you're going to always have the corners, and then you're going to have a side. So when you come up to a side, you're just simply going to work 3 double crochets into that side. Okay, so you're going to have your 3 double crochets into that side, and then chain 1. So the difference between the corner and your side is that you're going to chain 2 for all the corners, and then you're going to chain 1 in between each of the sides. Now some people don't chain at all in between, but I kind of like that look a little bit more. So it's really up to you. There's so many different ways to make a granny square, but this is just the way that I'm going to be teaching it today. So after you do your 3 double crochets for your side, you're going to chain 1 and work your next corner, which again is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all in that corner space. So I have 3, then I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to work 3 more double crochets into that corner. Okay, so I'm coming up on my next side, which is right here. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to work right into that chain 1 space from the previous round, and you're just going to work 3 double crochets. Okay, then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to work your next corner. So you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, so I have my 3 double crochets. I'm going to go ahead and chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets all inside that corner. Okay, I'm coming up to the next side, so I'm going to chain 1 and work 3 double crochets into that side. Chain 1, and then you're going to go ahead and work your next corner. So again, for your corner, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And then once you get the hang of the granny square, it's pretty much going to be the same all the way around. The only difference is that you're going to be increasing each of your sides. So for round 3, you're going to have 1, and then for round 4, you're going to have 2 sides. So after you do your corner, you're going to chain 1 and do 3 double crochets in your next side. Then to finish, you're going to chain 1, you're going to find your chain 3, you're going to count up 3, and you're going to make a slip stitch in the top of that chain 3 space. So this is what 3 rounds of your granny square is going to look like. So again, if you were to continue, you have your corners right here, and then now you have 2 spaces. So you would work your 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip this section, chain 3 double crochets in this section, chain 1. So that's what I'm saying about the sides. You're going to increase, so you're always going to have 1, then you're going to have 2, then you're going to have 3, and so on and so forth. So this is what your granny square is going to look like. You can definitely change up the colors if you want. You can make it a solid color. I've used this stitch for various blankets, and I always find that I always want to make so many different color options with this. So this is just a simple solid granny square. Again, there's going to be so many ways to start your granny square, whether you do the magic loop like I did, or if you do a chain 4 and then you just make your own loop that way. And then as far as making the granny square itself, there's different ways that you can make the granny square, where you either don't chain the 1 in between each of your sides, or whether you do the chain 1 like I showed you today. So this is just a simple tutorial on how to make the granny square. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make the granny square. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see all future videos by me. And as always, if there's anything that you would like me to make for you as far as a crochet tutorial, or is there a specific pattern that you would like to see me make, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will try my best to get to making that video for you. So thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.